How come it looks so flawless?
Always garage kept. I keep it clean.
So most of these mods you did yourself?
I don't trust any shop. That's the bottom line. That's why I do my own oil changes. I do everything myself.
How long did it take you to put this build together?
So putting something together is relative depending on how deep your pockets go.
What are some of the ups and downs you had with this bad boy? You know, what's some of your best moments and some of your worst?
I wouldn't say I had any bad moments per se. What I would tell the viewers out there, building a Subaru, it is not cheap.
Boss, do you have a family?
Correct.
And is your family supportive of it? Your wife?
My wife is very supportive.
And you got kids old enough to appreciate it?
From 22, 11, 4, and 3. The reality didn't really hit them until they saw my car in the Javits Center. This is a huge opportunity.
All right, guys, we're here in the New York Auto Show with my man Luke. He's next to his beautiful car right here called Hulk. Now, how long have you had this beautiful beast for?
So this was made in Japan, July 2017. It's a 2018 STI.
STI. Now, you got a lot of stuff going on here, man. Let me tell you. I've yet to see a Subi with this much going on.
100%. So where do I start? Custom headlights, custom fog lights, custom tail lights done by Restored Vision. The motor, fully forged long block, big cams, 2150cc injectors, Garrett G35 1050 turbo. That's an 1100 horsepower capable turbo. This car makes 840 at the wheels at 38 psi. Obviously the motor is by IAG. Big 270 amp alternator. That piece of glass right there, that's a custom piece of glass from Killer Glass made for this car. So when the car is running, you can see the antifreeze, the coolant passing through it. ETS turbo kit, ETS headers straight back to the exhaust. Custom engine bay caps from Renegade Motorsports. Mishimoto sponsored the radiator. Lit logos sponsored the STI logo. And Atomic Car Concepts, that's their license plate. I have it on the front and the back. The front says below V8 bait, it says gotta pay to play. These headlights were the Subi Speed Redline V2s. I had my boy Jose from Restored Vision open them up and made them fully custom. If you look in here, Hulk is etched in the lens. So let's talk about the inside. Carbon fiber smart wheel, 7 custom gauges, custom head unit, sequential transmission, and under those custom mats, I have star lighting on my floor mats. Everything works by a switch. Ready? Those ambient lighting. I did not change my seats because this car came with genuine Recaro seats. So it's as expensive as it gets. The wheel rings were sponsored by Mick Tuning. So now in the trunk, as I said, star lighting on my roof, in my trunk liner, custom taillights done by Restored Vision. These bumper holes that I made, they're all functional, done by myself. So the air suspension is the AirTech Stage 2 Plus. All these logos were sponsored by Atomic Car Concepts. A fully custom system done by myself. You can see the speakers. Those are 888 speakers. So that right there in the corner, that's a surge tank. A surge tank is where it constantly is sending fuel to the front and getting fuel from the front to there. It never goes into the tank. So virtually the car could be upside down and never starve for fuel.
What's the thing behind the Hulk?
I always loved Marvel. I always loved the Hulk because it's two personalities that most people, believe it or not, have. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to maintain a certain exterior, especially like in the workplace and stuff like that. And sometimes you just want to let loose. So with all the lights and stuff off, with this car just sitting here, you'd never know this car is almost 1,000 horsepower. You'd never know until you hear it start or see it move or see under the engine bay. So that's what I like the most. Beauty and the Beast, as you said.
Yeah, we seen it here off yesterday, right? It's like invisible, especially next to these two cars, which are really loud. When everything's all off, you can't really see anything, but now with everything on, you can really, it comes to life, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, you would never know that this car has more horsepower than both of these.
And how long did it take you to put this build together?
So putting something together is relative depending on how deep your pockets go. I started delving into this, I would say, end of 2018 when I put like an exhaust on there and I started dabbling. I never knew that anything like this would even become of this, whatever this is. I never knew I would even be here, standing here talking to you guys or anything remotely close. But, things happen. And in 2020, I had the car tuned with an FP Blue, and I was running about 450 at the wheels for about 2 years. And around 2020, that's when I said, you know what? I want to build a motor, because Subaru, the one weak link that they have is the ring lands. And they do have weak rings, and anything can happen. Mechanical things break all the time. Even though mine never broke, I still wanted to be proactive and make sure I have something that's bulletproof. So that's why my entire block is forged. My transmission is all dog gear sequential, so everything is strong. So I don't have any problems. So when I want to do a pull on the highway, I don't have to worry about breaking something. Now, I'm not saying that something can't break, but it'll be a lot harder on my setup. That's all.
Now, what are some of the ups and downs you had with this bad boy? What's some of your best moments and some of your worst?
I wouldn't say I had any bad moments per se. What I would tell the viewers out there, building a Subaru, it is not cheap. The cars are very, very finicky. Like, it's not like building a Honda where I'm sure you guys have experience. You slap an intake and exhaust on there and just take it to town. These cars don't function like that. You slap an intake on there, you got to tune it. Anything you do besides the catback, you have to tune. So with these cars, either you build it right or don't build it at all. A wise man once told me cheap is expensive. And if you try that experiment with this car, you're definitely going to come out on the bottom.
And what would you say is more or less what you kind of threw into here, not including what you paid for the car, in the high, maybe 40s, 50s?
My engine bay alone, you're looking at $50,000. So this car sitting here is worth way over $100,000. Car's worth a lot of money. I put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and that's with 4 kids.
What modification took the longest to do?
Modifications that took the longest to do. That's good, because I could look at every mod and tell you how long it took to install. These starlights were about 5 hours. The floor mats were 5 hours apiece. The roof was about 2.5 days straight. I would say they all vary. I think the longest time was about 10 hours, taking off the bumper and doing the fog lights and those turn signals, and also the wheel rings. They take a lot of time just with the intricacy of wiring. It's the wiring that takes the most time.
So most of these mods you did yourself, yes. I'm getting? Wow, you're pretty handy.
Yes.
And you don't really trust other shops?
I don't trust any shop except Prime Motoring in New Jersey. Other than that, always remember this. Nobody's going to take care of your car like you're going to take care of your car. That's the bottom line. That's why I do my own oil changes. I do everything myself. Everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
And how about as far as the paint job? Is this a wrap? It looks like a paint job.
This is the original paint from Subaru. In the sunlight, you'll be able to see the flake in the paint. So people think it's a wrap. It's the original crystal black silica pearl from the factory.
How do you take care of this? How come it looks so flawless?
Always garage kept. I keep it clean.
Now, boss, do you have a family?
Correct.
And is your family supportive of it? Your wife?
My wife is very supportive. She actually comes with me with the trailer, guide me up, guide me down. So I do have to give her a ride in the car now and then.
And you got kids old enough to appreciate it?
From 22, 11, 4, and 3.
I'm guessing they're very proud of their dad and this beautiful project he's building?
Matter of fact, the reality didn't really hit them until they saw my car in the Javits Center. This is a huge opportunity that Rico gave me, so I'm thankful for that.
Awesome, awesome. Man, anything you got to say to anyone planning on modifying their car to this level? Any advice you could give them?
Yes, if you want to modify your car, especially a Subaru, to this level, make sure you save your money. But I would tell you, make sure you do your research first.
Let me ask you a little bit of trivia. Honda or Toyota?
If you want to build a car for 10 grand, fast, Honda. Toyota, I love Toyota. Honda, Toyota, Nissan. Love them to death. If price is what you're worried about, you can never go wrong with a Honda.
Okay, Honda it is, guys. It took a while, but we got there. BMW or Mercedes?
I'm a Mercedes guy.
Okay, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Me too.
I had a CLS 55, long time ago. Beautiful car.
I got a CO. I got a CL 600, man. 2001.
I got a Ram 2500 with the Cummins. Ain't nothing stopping that.
Between Raptor or TRX?
TRX, baby.
There it is, guys. You heard it right here. Winning tints with Rick's Magazine. My man right here, thank you very much, man. I
Anytime.
appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right. All right, guys, so my favorite car in the whole show, the new style that they came up with in 2025, it's the crash look. You know how people like the ripped jeans look? Well, this is the crash look. And it's very popular right now.